Hey, what's up guys, it's KZ Fox here today. Today I'm going to show you the ways that you can use Flicker to make some flashy play, or sort of for most of the people they don't even know that Flicker can work this way. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that, so let's jump right into it. So let's take Viewer as our first example over here. I'm going to make the camera close to my character over here, and I'm just going to cast my first skill, but at the same time you should focus really close on, like, when she casts her first ability, there's actually a delay. She's putting her hands up, like it's almost like a casting motion, or so this skill isn't really instant. She has to, there's a casting delay, let's just call that. So when she does this, you can combo this with your flicker. So if I aim it towards my tower over here, but I flicker in the opposite direction, it's going to shoot my first ability in the opposite direction towards Chogner. As you can see right there, like you can, because there's a casting delay in between, you can flicker before the ability is cast, so it's going to change the direction towards the direction you face after you've used your flicker. So that's just one example of how it works. You can combo this with more ability. Viewer isn't the only hero that you can combo this with, and I'm just going to jump into another character, another hero, to show you that it can be used with other heroes as well. So I'm thinking the next hero should be Raz over here, because Raz is very strong. You can actually combo the flicker combo, use the flicker combo with Raz to with Raz's first skill to knock people up, like from a very far distance. So I'm just going to show you right here. Let's put camera back to the normal height, and just going to wait for the truck now to come over here. So what I mean by that is you can actually use your first skill, but it's going to knock up. You can use your first skill and then press flicker right away, and it's going to knock up the enemy, like after it's going to cover longer distance. Like, this is exactly what I mean. So when during like a real match, you want to hit your second skill and use your first skill right away and flicker right away, it's going to knock up people from really far away, like exactly like what I did over there. So but as you can see, this might not have as long casting delay as the Vera first skill has, so you actually have to press faster in order for this to work. So it might take some time for you to practice this, so that, you know, when you want to do a full combo against a real opponent, you can actually aim for your second skill and then so let's do it again. Aim your second skill with the first skill and then flicker, do the knock up, so you don't have to actually use your second skill and then walk up and then use your first skill, so you don't give the enemy any time to react to your play, so which is quite good. And this does have some real use, or I see very useful. It is very useful to actually close the gap between you and the backline. Say if they have an ADC in your ranked match, you can just do this, right? But since they changed the way how the flicker combo works, before the Raz can just use his ult and the flicker, but now if you use your ult and the flicker, it's going to stop at the final destination. It won't go further than that. So this isn't really that useful anymore, because it's just going to stop. It's like an invisible wall after you use your flicker. So what I recommend on Raz is you can do this combo. This is just very useful already, and I would consider Vera very easy if you trying to learn her first skill and flicker combo, and Raz maybe medium difficulty. And the next one we're gonna go into is Tulen. Most people don't know that with Tulen you can use your first skill and flicker at the same time as well, just like how you did with Vera. So I'm just going to show you right here what I mean. So if I do this, if I cast ability towards my tower but I flicker the other way, it's going to shoot out my first skill in the other direction. So it's going to shoot out my first skill in the direction you face after you use your flicker. So what this means is, if you want to kill someone in mid lane, when say your mid laner, the opponent mid laner is like a Kali or something, you can just go into flicker, use her first skill in that direction, doesn't give her any time to react, and then just jump onto her afterwards. As you can see, this Tulen's first skill has a really short like casting delay, which means you need a lot of practice before you can actually master this. And once you master this, this is going to be quite useful for you to make a flashy play. Doesn't give the opponent any chance to react to your play. Just to make this easier for you guys, there's sometimes you can actually when people ask me whether you drag your skill, whether you just tap it, for Tulen himself, you can actually just drag one skill, and then if you're gonna drag your first skill and then you can just tap onto the flicker, it's still going into, it will go into the direction that you were aiming your first skill at. So what I mean by that is, if you use your first skill, say I'm gonna aim my first skill towards the Chalknar, and I'm just after I release my finger on the first skill, I'm just going to tap the flicker. So it's going to my flicker direction will be the same as the direction I aim my first skill onto. So as you can see over here, so this will be quite useful in the actual match where you just want to close the gap between you and your enemy, so that this doesn't give them any chance to react to your play, doesn't give them a reaction time. So this actually take quite a lot of practice to master, but Tulen, I think it has the hardest, take the longest to master his flicker combo. So I think that once you master it, it's going to be very useful for you guys. And there are other heroes that you can use this onto. For example, Scott is a very good example. Omen is a very good example. Omen can use his ult along with the flicker to do the ult flicker combo, so that doesn't give people any chance to run away from his ult. Omen can do this, Scott can do this, Wonder Woman can do this with her ult, Scott can do this with his first skill. So just gonna show you guys real quick before we end this video right here. I'm just trying to cover as many heroes as possible. I'm trying to show you that this is the actual thing in the game that you can use and take advantage of to make you a better player, like this, right? So you can use your first skill and along with the flicker, so that you're gonna jump forward for quite far, and you can actually surprise someone when you try to jump onto them, especially when you play assassin like Scott or Raz. Alright, so I hope you guys have learned a couple things. Of course, you're welcome to leave a comment in the comment section below if you still don't understand something with the combo. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more future videos that it will be very useful for you to improve your gameplay and to make you a better player in Arena Valor. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.